In section in section 1.7, we'll talk about how to use scientific notation, which is a shorthand notation for representing very large or very small numbers. And it'd be really good if you got used to using the scientific notation that's available on your calculator. So I'll show you how to do that also. Question number 1. According to Motley Fool, there were 148.6 million personal federal tax returns, and the average amount of tax paid per filer was $9,118. Write each of these numbers in scientific notation. 148.6 million. That's 148 million 600,000. So here's our ones, tens, hundreds, thousand, 10,000, 100,000, million. 10 million, 148 million, 600,000. So for we've written it in standard form. So this is words. We've gone from words to standard form. And now we want to go to scientific notation. Scientific notation, the first number is always between 1 and 9. All the other digits that you're given will follow the decimal point. And here, how many places would I have to move the decimal point? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is 1.486 times 10 to the 8th. That is scientific notation for 148.6 million. 9,118. Well, in scientific notation, the first number is a number between 1 and 9. All the other digits come after the decimal point. And how many places would I have to move it? 1, 2, 3. So that's 9.118 times 10 to the 3rd. This is how many returns there are. That's the standard or the average return or amount paid per filer. Question number 2. How much money total did the government take in from these taxpayers? Perform the calculation in scientific notation. So this is the number of filings times the average amount per filing. 1.486 times 10 to the 8th, that's the number of filings, times 9.118 times 10 to the 3rd. So we're going to use our our scientific notation button on our calculator. And for me, see this blue key that says EE? You hit second EE, and that is shorthand for times 10 to the. So in order to do this calculation, I'm going to do 1.486 second EE. See how that's going to put up in my box E? That means times 10 to the 8th. Times 9.118 times 10 to the, which is my EE button, 3rd. And look at my answer. It gives my answer in scientific notation, 1.3549348 times 10 to the 12th. That's what this E to the 12 means. All right, so let me write that down. 1.3549348 times 10 to the 12th. And then how would we pronounce this? All right, so we're going to move the decimal place 12 places. This number is going to get 12 times bigger, order of magnitude 12 times. When this is a positive number, the numbers get bigger. If this is a negative number, you're going to find we move the decimal place the other way, the numbers get smaller. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let me do that down here because 1.3549348 times 10 to the 12th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's where my decimal place would be. I need to fill in all of these place values with zeros. All right, so really, what is this number? I'm going to put a comma at every 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So it's 1, comma, 354, comma, 934, comma, 800, comma, 000. Okay, so this is the ones, tens, hundred, thousand, million, billion, trillion. So this is 1 trillion, 354 billion, 934 million, 800,000. 1,354,934,800,000 An American dollar bill is 4.3 times 10 to the negative 3 inches thick. So that's a small number. That's less than 1. If all the tax revenue from question 2 was paid in dollar bills, how many inches high would it be? All right, so let's see. 4.3 times 10 to the negative 3. We're going to move this decimal place 3, but we're not going to move to the right, making the number bigger. We're going to move to the left, making the number smaller 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And we have to fill in with zeros. So in standard form, this is the width of a dollar bill. In scientific notation, this is the width of the thickness of a dollar bill. So we're going to have the income, all the income, times the thickness. So that's going to be 1.3549348 times 10 to the 12th. That's how much the government's bringing in from taxes. And they're each 4.3 times 10 to the negative 3 inches. When we multiply those two, that will be our number of inches. So on my calculator, I have my total value here. I'm not going to retype it. I'm just going to use the up arrow. And notice the cursor makes that reverse video. And I'm going to press enter. And that's just going to take the answer from here. So this way I won't get a typing error. That times 4.3 times 10 to the, which is my EE, and here's my negative number. Here's my negative sign down here. Negative 3. All right, and so let me go ahead and write that down. That's 5.82621964 times 10 to the 15th. Let's move this decimal place over 15 places. And we'll see how many inches this would be in dollar bills if that $1 trillion payment was made in dollar bills. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, you know what? I didn't do a -3. I thought that was too big. Let me go back here. I noticed my mistake here. I did times a +3. I need a -3. Okay, so it came up with my answer not in scientific notation. Good. This is the number of inches. This answer is not correct. I typed in a +3 instead of a -3, so I'm just going to get rid of it. So the number of inches, 5.82621964. Put a comma at every 3. Thousandths, millions, billion. So that's going to be 5,826,219,640 inches. Stacking them up. Now to convert the number of inches into miles, divide by 12 times 5,280, which is the number of inches in a mile. So what is 5.82621964 divided by 12 times 5280? So I want to make sure you see this on your calculator. Here's my number of inches. I'm just going to go up and grab that number, divided by, now I want to make sure this multiplication happens in the denominator. I don't want to just do divided by 12 times. No, I want to make sure the 12 times 5280 is all in the denominator. If I don't put this in parens, it's going to divide by 12 and then multiply the whole thing by 5280, which is not what I want. All right, so in miles, that stack of dollar bills would be 91954. 91,954 miles high if it was single bills.